Hello everyone, welcome to Cheri Voyage. Today I thought I'd go over with you guys my favorite products for the year 2020 by Chanel. So the first one I want to go over with you guys is the LeBlanc Serum. LeBlanc Serum has flower and it also has something called TXC, the main ingredient that does all the brightening and lightening in the skin. It's a really light gel texture, and if you guys want to see more in-depth skincare products by Chanel, I did a full video which I'll link down below. So this has been a total game changer for me. Nice brightening, lightening my skin for sure. Love this. All right, next favorite product that I like for skincare was the La Solution 10 de Chanel Sensitive Skin Cream. Now it's called Solution de Chanel 10 because it only has 10 ingredients in it. So for those of you that are sensitive, are looking for just like a basic skin moisturizer, you'll love this. Now, some people have said that for how few ingredients there are in here, it's a bit pricey. But what I will tell you guys is the 10 ingredients, although common, that are in this, the formulation is what I love about this. Not only is it in an airtight packaging to keep the product as fresh as possible, but this is a very hydrating, super light texture. So you're not getting anything too sticky or too heavy. It's just really hydrating and very light in texture. There's no smell to it, doesn't have any fragrances or dyes. So if you're looking for just like a really great, basic, sensitive skin cream, this is definitely one that you'll like. And if you're someone who is combination oily or dry, it'll work on any skin type. All right, let's get into the next product. The LeBlanc Healthy Light Creator Oil. It's a light texture. It smells like a dream. It's so beautiful. It's a very light floral scent. It has the flower in it. I actually put a little bit on the sides of my neck before I go to sleep because it is such a relaxing, fresh, light floral scent to it. It leaves a beautiful texture on the skin. One of my favorite things about this oil is it's a 2-in-1 for me. So of course it has the treatment, but it also is great for applying makeup. So I put this on before I put makeup on, and it just makes everything seamless. It really softens pigments inside foundations and powders. It just gives a light, glowy texture to the skin. It's not a super heavy oil. It goes on really nicely, doesn't irritate my skin, doesn't clog my pores. So I find some oils, as wonderful as they are, they can be too rich and clog my pores, or I'll get breakouts or milia under the eyes, which is those little white dots. Basically, your skin needs to be able to breathe, and oils, although are wonderful, if they're not done in the right formulation, can actually clog the pore. All right, let's get into my favorite makeup from Chanel this year. So Lucia Pica is the creative director of the Chanel makeup, and what I love about her vision is she just does the most beautiful color palettes and color stories. That said, I have noticed that she's done very similar colors. Although beautiful, I'm finding that unfortunately the color stories are overlapping a bit each season. So I'm looking forward to her breaking out of the box and trying some new color stories and some new themes when it comes to the collections that come out seasonally. Let's go ahead and look at my favorite pieces from Desert Collection, and then I'll show you my second favorite pieces, which were the Winter Collection. So I got the Quartz Rose, which I'll swatch these for you guys in 1 second. Vastness. These are all the liquid shadows. Rising Sun. And I believe there was 5 of these, and I just got the 3. And when it came to the lipsticks, oh, the most beautiful lipstick ever. It was the Rouge Allure Velvet Extreme color in Endless. And here's the color. I'm wearing it on my lips right now with one of the lipsticks by Chanel on top, but it is such a stunning color, and I'm going to swatch that for you in a minute as well. And then I got the Rouge Allure Ink in the color Lost, kind of a nude peach pink tone. Let's go ahead and swatch those pieces that I just showed you guys. So here's the first one, and it's Vastness. These go on so well. They go on wet, of course, and they dry down. This is Quartz Rose. All right, and the next one we're going to do is the Rising Sun. And you see how beautiful and light the texture is on these while still catching light? So let's go ahead and get into the lipsticks now that I loved. This is the Rouge Allure Ink in Lost. They do not move. The formula isn't too thick or too cakey. It just has enough hydrators to make the lip look nice and full, but yet has enough density in the pigment to be opaque enough to cover the lip but not be cakey and thick and too heavy. Now this next one is called Rouge Allure Velvet Extreme and Endless. My favorite color of 2020, my favorite lipstick of 2020. I would say besides the Byredo's formulation, my favorite color this year was this lipstick, Endless. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so those are the colors that I really enjoyed for this selection for Chanel. Let's go ahead and get into my favorite pieces for winter. So the color story for winter 2020 was a hit and miss for me, meaning that I think that Lucia Pica brought out the best version of the red, burgundy, rougey rose tones, but it was so overdone this year. I think everybody came out with the same color palette. My goodness, we have got it. We're good. Like everyone's doing the same thing. This is an opportunity. If everyone's doing the same thing, break out and do something else, especially if you're Chanel. Like these couture houses, I feel can do something, especially when they have the kind of resources financially to bring out some really cool, innovative color stories, considering the fact that they kind of lead the way to me when it comes to the industry and with fashion. They're big fashion houses. So that said, I absolutely loved this palette, and it was my favorite out of all the palettes that came out that were similar this year. I do like that this was more wearable than some of the other palettes that came out. This has more of a subtle, you know, shift of reds and burgundies. So you have this beautiful kind of wine Bordeaux color. This gets, of course, a little bit more red. And then you have something that's more of a burnt umber, so it has a little bit more brown in it. And then you have this beautiful shimmer to kind of highlight and pop the eye up. So out of all the red color palettes that came out this year, this one definitely was my favorite. And I find that I do reach for it often, especially if you have hazel eyes or green eyes. Your eyes love those colors. Green eyes, hazel eye girls and boys out there. You'll love that. And then what went with it, which I love, waterproof eyeliner in Psyche. Just such a beautiful color. And once again, Chanel doesn't just do a purple or a brown. They do these beautiful mix of colors. So it really does a great job of grabbing and pulling out eye color, because it's not just one dominant color. It has a variation color. So of course it's going to really pull out different colors in the eye. So this is the Psyche. And as you can see, it's kind of purple, kind of red, kind of brown. The only other eyeliners I love as much as Chanel is the Victoria Beckham. She does a great eyeliner. It's the Kajal eyeliner. Doesn't move, goes on super buttery, super saturated, and she does a good job at her color stories as well when it comes to her formulations and her liners. The last two pieces that I really liked for the winter collection was the Rouge Allure Ink, one in Idyllic, and the other one was Ambiguity. This was a beautiful red. Chanel always does reds, and they do them the best, let's be honest. Chanel brings out a killer red. The only other person that does red as good as Chanel is Dior. Those two, to me, just go for those. Coming in third, though, I've noticed who's really up in their game in the red department is Gucci. Gucci does a killer red as well. All right, so let's go ahead and swatch these here. So here is the Idyllic. You might think red's easy to do, but not necessarily. You can make it too orange or too blue. I love this one because it is rose tone. It's a nice blue base in here, so it's a cool, but it's got a bit of orange, like a warmth to it as well. So it seems like it's a right combination of cool with a tad bit of the warm color, so that it doesn't get too dark and too cold looking on the lip. Isn't that stunning, you guys? I wasn't even going to get this. Like, I need another red, but I'm so glad I did, because it's kind of a rosy red. It's so beautiful. I wish that you guys could really see how stunning that is. Here's the next color here. Beautiful kind of toffee brown. Those were my favorites. Did you guys get any of the Chanel seasonal collections this year? If so, what were your favorites? And What would you guys skip or what would you guys buy again? All right, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. You want to support my channel? Use those affiliate links down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment.